So the A section for Softly as in a Morning Sunrise is just a repeating minor 2-5-1 in C minor. And what we're going to do is try and create some pianistic harmony today over that A section using triads, okay? Specifically the part of the melodic triad approach. It's a liquid harmony technique. It's called the harmonic quadratonic. We're taking a quadratonic and we're using it to play harmony as opposed to melody. Remember, the quadratonic is a triad, 3 notes, with a tension note added. So it's like a 4-note scale, but it's really helpful not to think of it as a scale. Pentatonic is 5 notes, quadratonic is 4 notes, but it's so much more than just a 4-note scale. It's 3 stable notes and 1 tension note. The whole point of it, a big point of it, is to learn to hear and develop the ear to recognize what this feels like. This note has an emotion to it. It's going to cause drama against the triad, and it's going to want to move. It's great for developing single note melody and phrases because it takes us out of sounding like we're running scale sequences or arpeggios or riffs, and it just creates tension and resolution, melodically speaking. But we can also use it to create moving chord voicings that have inner voice movement built into them. Okay, so that's what we're going to check out today. We're going to do, Gary, what's up, man? We're going to do Softly as in a Morning Sunrise, the A section. So before we apply the liquid harmony technique to it, let's just make sure we all are on the same page with this. If you need the real book in front of you, you can go ahead and grab it. C minor 6, C minor major 7. Okay, C minor chord, that's our minor tonic. And then we have minor 2-5, D half diminished 7, D minor 7 flat 5, G7 back to C minor. Okay, that's basically the entire A section. For C minor, we're going to use a basic C minor triad, tension 2. So we're going to add D. Okay. We can do this in any inversion of C minor, but effectively what we want to do is find an inversion of a C minor triad. Like, for example, here's one. This is first inversion, so we have the E flat note in the bottom voice, E flat 6th fret, 5th string, and then the 2 5th frets on the 2 middle strings. That's C minor. Now, tension 2 means we're going to find the C note, the root, we're going to move it up to the 2, 2 being D. Okay. So it should look like we're playing an E flat major 7 shell voicing, but we're using it in place of C minor. And if we were playing in a trio and we had a bass player, they would be playing that C note under us, giving us this really nice sort of C minor add 2 sound. That's a good enough voicing as is, but we're going to then resolve that 2 down to the root note. Okay, don't repluck the other 2 notes. Let them ring out. Don't cut them off, don't repluck them. Those 2 notes are going to ring out the whole time. We just want to hear the D resolving down to the C. Okay, this is the basic idea of a harmonic quadratonic. Very simple, but as we start applying this to a chord progression with multiple triads, we're going to start to create some really interesting movement. So check this out. For the C minor, we're going to use C minor, and for the G dominant, we're going to use G major, tension flat 2. Right, that's G major, tension flat 2. Okay, that's 5-1. Now we want to add the half diminished chord before it, D minor 7 flat 5. We're going to use F minor, tension 2. Okay, you can check the notation for all of these. They're all written out. Here's D E half diminished, D minor 7 flat 5. Here's F minor tension 2. G major tension flat 2. C minor tension 2. Much more fluid, it's much more pianistic. There's little pockets of movement, melodic movement, inner voice movement. Starting up here on this 13th and 12th fret C minor. Okay, I'm just giving you the bass notes to help you hear kind of the chord progression, but you should be able to hear it just from these triads, these quadratonics. This is what I wrote out in the notation in the example. It was exactly that. 8 bars of minor 2, 5, 1, and then I kind of vamped on this low G note, sort of like implying the sound of a G7 without actually playing it, because I'm not playing any shell voicings throughout this whole thing. This is the gist of it. So effectively, in my mind, what I'm looking at are the basic inversions. C minor, F minor, G major. C minor, F minor, G major, C minor, F minor, G major, C minor. And then I'm just adding these tension 2s or flat 2s. If you're not used to thinking this way, it's going to feel awkward at first. If this is your first go around with liquid harmony with harmonic quadratonics, it's a weird feeling. So start simple, start just with the triads. In fact, if you need to, if you're kind of new with triads, just start in one position. Don't worry about moving all the way up and down a whole string set like I just did. Just start small, like here. Positions and inversions with each other, like in and out of each other. So I'm using common tone voice leading when I can. Start throwing in some harmonic root notes, the root notes of the chords, or even shell voicings, you can, but you don't really need to. If you're playing solo guitar, it can be helpful to be able to manipulate the sort of root structure of the chords, the bass notes. Like here I'm playing the root and the sixth. Root flat seventh. Root and flat seventh. messing around, almost implying like there's a bass player with you, but there's not. But when you're in a trio setting and there is a bass player, you don't really need to worry about that stuff because it's going to be taken care of. So focus first on making sure that you can see the basic triads in one position and voice lead them. C minor, F minor, G major, C minor. If you can do that, then try moving those inversions all the way up or down a string set, or maybe even all the way up and down across string sets. Right, C minor, F minor, G major. Did I say that right? Yeah, C minor, F minor, G major, C minor. F minor, G major, C minor. Where am I at? Right, see if you can go all the way up and then all the way back. Then you can add the tension to the C minor and the F minor, and you can add the tension flat to the G, and then you've got liquid harmony, and you should be able to comp or play kind of chord melody style ideas pretty fluidly in a sort of very pianistic way without getting stuck inside of a single voicing. The whole point here is to help us learn to create inner voice movement, to make our harmonies sound more interesting than just, you know, this chord and then this chord and then this chord and then this chord. Very blocky sounding, versus this is meant to kind of be more liquid. It kind of flows from one place to another. Play around with this. Drop questions in the comments if you got them. I'll try and hit you back with some answers. If you're able to pull it off and make music with it, let me know in the comment section also. And study group members, I'll see you tomorrow. We have open office hours. Happy to talk about this if you want, or we can analyze tunes or talk about any other melodic triad concepts you are curious to engage with. Everybody else, have a great weekend. Happy practicing. Hey YouTube, it's Jordan Clemens with NYC Jazz Guitar Master Classes and the Melodic Triad Study Group. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I have a ton of content coming out on YouTube this year. We've been doing daily jazz guitar lessons, so I'm going to be posting videos like this pretty much every day. So if you dug this and you want to follow me, subscribe and make sure that you turn on notifications so that you can watch more videos like this. Thanks again for watching. Hope to see you in the comment section. Hope to see you in the next video.